out the roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it G. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
We live from the boxing section, you dusty ass niggas.
Shit. Try this shit now.
What's going on? What's going on? We live, baby. We live. DJ, Kev, what's going on?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? What's going on?
Yo, I'm over here testing out this new microphone I got. I'm trying to make sure that it sounds good though.
Clear as a bell, man. Clear as a bell. How I sound? I'm good.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yep.
What's going on, Kyle? What's up, man?
You good, DJ?
Hey, listen. First of all, Kev, how you been today, man? Everything been good with you?
Oh yeah, man. I had a great day today. My kids are with my mom, so I'm happy as hell tonight. You know, I'm feeling good. Very
yes,
happy.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, listen, bro. No disrespect to two former champions that are fighting this weekend, and Mark Magsayo and Brandon Figueroa, but it's John Jones week.
Yes,
you damn right.
I will be watching.
The MMA GOAT has returned after a 3-year hiatus. Think about this. My man hadn't fought since before COVID. You know what I mean? But it's not from a lack of trying, but he hasn't fought since I believe February of 2020. That's right before they shut everything down. I think everything got shut down around March, I want to say. And so he's been out of the octagon ever since then, but he makes his long-awaited, highly anticipated return to the octagon this Saturday. And apologize to everybody coming in if you came here to hear us talk about Magsayo or Figueroa or what's going on with Boots, Bud, Errol. That ain't happening today. It's MMA day today, baby.
Man, yo, I niggas don't give a fuck about Brandon Figueroa like that.
Man, it's just, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna leave it here. He's just one of those guys, man. I don't enjoy watching fight. Now he's an exciting fighter. I'm just not a fan of his style of fighting, but you know, to each his own. But yeah, man, John Jones makes his long-awaited return fighting Ciryl Gane, who is at this current moment the interim heavyweight champion. I think he beat Tai Tuivasa for that belt late last year, after it was clear that Francis was not only dealing with a knee injury, he had some contract issues, which we all know now if you've been following the sport, that he and the UFC decided to part ways. They couldn't come to a deal, and I've stated my opinion on that. I don't know how you let your champion go into a fight, go into the last fight of his contract without having a new contract. So even though Ciryl Gane lost to Francis Ngannou via unanimous decision last January, this is the number 1 guy in the division, or the number 2 guy in the division, rather. So, when this fight was announced, I actually thought this was a better fight than John Jones and Deuce. I ain't got time for you today, but it's actually a better fight than John Jones and Francis. For those of y'all who don't know, Ciryl Gane has a record, I think, of 12-1. His only loss in MMA being to Francis Ngannou, and he is a master kickboxer, man. This is a guy who's highly skilled. Make no mistake about it. John Jones ain't gonna go in there and just buzz through this guy. Like, Ciryl Gane is the goods, man. He is a master kickboxer. His wrestling and his grappling leaves something to be desired. But he is a master kickboxer, and the longer this fight stays on the feet, the more dangerous it could get for John Jones.
See, I don't know that much about UFC, but one thing that I don't hear about the UFC people doing is complaining about the damn fights that they get. So I'm almost definitely tune in and see what it's about, because supposedly John Jones is supposed to be the best of the best. So I'm a damn sure watch it.
I mean, it varies depending on who you ask. I mean, but for the vast majority of people, they say it's John Jones, because if you look at his resume, he's defeated more champions than anybody else in the sports history. You look at guys he's beaten like Lyoto Machida, Rashad Evans, Rampage Jackson, Vitor Belfort, Alexander Gustafsson, Daniel Cormier. I mean, and the list goes on and on, man. He's beaten.
Damn, he beat Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, he beat Daniel Cormier twice.
Twice.
Beat him twice. Knocked him out the second time.
See, I gotta go back and watch some of these highlights. Man.
Oh, you know, John Jones, his only loss was not even a loss.
Yeah, and he's undefeated. He's never lost a fight.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't even know if these guys are in the same weight class. But is he
Look
better
who's
than,
back though. Hold on, Kev. Look who's back in the house, goddammit. We got Santos back in the house, baby. Late night boxing talk is back. Live from the boxing section, man. Nobody does it better.
Yeah, I've been waiting a long time in the background.
Yes, sir, because it didn't close. Hey, my internet's terrible. You lucky you got on at all.
Mine too. My shit fucking up too. Hey, but DJ, so I don't know if these guys are in the same weight class, but is John Jones better than Khabib?
They're far from the same weight class. Khabib fought at lightweight, which in MMA is 155 pounds. And John Jones, up until this fight, fought at light heavyweight, which in MMA is 205 pounds. Man, even though Khabib retired undefeated, he retired 29-0. And you'd have to look hard at all of his fights to see how many rounds he lost. Like, he didn't even lose rounds, right? Wow. And he's got a nice resume. He beat Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje and Conor McGregor, you know, and Michael Johnson. Al Iaquinta. He beat a lot of top 10 guys, beat a lot of really, really good guys. But when you look at the champions, like, he beat a lot of great guys, beat a lot of contenders in that division. But you look at the champions that John Jones has beaten. That's what sets him apart. Even George St. Pierre doesn't have that type of resume, or Anderson Silva. They have good resumes, but none of those guys have beaten the amount of champions that John Jones beat.
Right.
The way that he beat him. In the way that he beat him.
He finished
most of them.
But hey, DJ, I thought he did have one fight. I think he did have one loss early in his career, though.
No, that he never lost.
The loss was a disqualification. He got disqualified.
Yeah,
because
I'm just. That's what I'm saying. I was about to say I don't think he really lost that fight. from what I remember. But I just remember he had a mark on his record.
Yeah,
so
they were.
So like Roy
Dana
Jones,
White and the UFC was petitioning the commission for years, trying to get that loss off of his record. At best, turning into a no contest. Because it was a stupid rule. It was a 12. He got hit with what they call a 12-6 elbow, right? And I think it's still illegal. It's a stupid rule, but it is a rule. You can't bring your elbow straight up and down vertically and hit somebody with it. Now you can turn it and hit them with it horizontally and cut them open, but you can't bring it from 12 to 6. And the reason why that rule is in place is because the people who were coming up with the unified rules of MMA back then was up late at night, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Y'all remember on ESPN how they used to show these martial arts demonstrations where guys breaking bricks and shit like that. A guy from the commission saw a guy do an elbow like that, and he broke 6 bricks or something like that. And it was like, oh no, we can't have them doing that in the sport. So that's why that rule's in place. Now you can kick them in the face, but no 12-6 elbow, no sir.
Yeah, I knew he had lost because his opponent. I know it was something.
And when I say he was and when I say he was whooping that dude ass, he was whooping that dude ass too.
Yeah. Well, he don't. John don't lose. John don't lose.
Yeah, John Jones has never. There's never been a time in the octagon where somebody stood across from him and beat him. No,
he's always been a very strong physical guy.
Look at his brothers.
Yeah, but and Doggo, yeah, he's a big boy, but he's not technically sound as John Jones.
He's getting there. He's still young in his
John
MMA
Jones
career.
Ever been in a tough fight though?
Absolutely. He's been in wars. He's been in wars. He
like Mayweather. He make them look a little easier than they are. For other people.
If I want to introduce somebody not only to John Jones but to MMA, one of the fights that I point to is UFC 165 back in 2013. The first time he fought Alexander Gustafsson. Now, this was the first time he actually fought somebody. Yeah, Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson, big Swedish guy, big Viking. And at that time, Alexander Gustafsson was hot. I mean, he was sparking everybody, right? Or just beating the living shit out of people. And so the big deal about that going into that fight, like I said, it'd be 10 years ago this October, I believe. The big deal about going into that fight, he actually was bigger than John Jones because John Jones, for the majority of his career, has had the longer reach. He's been taller than everybody, but Alexander Gustafsson was taller than him, was longer than him, and could box. He had legit boxing skill. He was the Swedish national champion in boxing. I think he won the Swedish Golden Gloves or something like that. I think he was on the Olympic team for Sweden in boxing. So his hands were legit. And that was one of the best fights I've ever seen, boxing or MMA. That was a bloodbath. That was a really good fight. And what's another good fight? The fight with Thiago Santos was also a good fight for him. Yeah, he's been in some close fights. There's been some split decisions in there somewhere. But he hadn't, like I said, he hadn't just walked through everybody. Yeah. But he's a prime example of there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, I believe it. Like I said, I do hear y'all bring up his name a lot.
Yeah, man. To me, he is the MMA GOAT. Now you'll hear people say, it's George St. Pierre, or you'll hear people say it's Anderson Silva. Depending on who you ask. But by and large, I say 80% of the MMA fans will tell you it's John Jones.
Hey, real quick, let me get these shout outs. I missed the shout outs. Let me get him up. Vegas Vic, salute to my brother. Deuce Times in the building. Birdman. Simone, how you, man? What's going on with you, dog?
Birdman, what up?
Reno Wonder, salute to you.
Birdman,
appreciate you for sliding through. Hey, I tell you what, man. We back. God damn it. It
Everything
feels good to be back
all right in the
night.
world being back on late nights, huh?
Come on, man. Come on. Look.
Salute,
Speaking
Mark
of the
Nash.
devil,
What's going on,
Mark
brother?
Nash in the fucking house, man. My fucking dog.
What up, Mark Nash?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. We back, man. Listen, it does feel great to be back, man. I missed the late nights. You know what I mean? My quest to take over the mornings have been going kind of good. But now the quest to take back over the late nights is upon us. You know what I mean? It's the best show at night has always been a boxing section. You know what I'm saying?
Take it back. You mean take it back?
Yeah, you know. We back by popular demand.
It's kind of like how Goro told how Shang Tsung told Goro in Mortal Kombat, all right, we've let these mortals have fun long enough.
Yeah, we back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, John Jones is back, and so is the motherfucking boxing session at the late nights. God damn it.
Yes, indeed.
It's time.
Yes, indeed.
You understand? We missed the Santos Chronicles. You know what I mean? It's hard because nigga got married and shit, and DJ bettered his life. So it's hard for niggas out here. But we're gonna make it work.
No, I just fired one I was kicking with for a minute, you know. She crying a little bit right now. She'll be all right though. But it's four others waiting on the bench. You always gotta keep your little roster.
Hey, hold on, Santos.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you, Santos. You gotta keep a roster.
For old time's sake, go ahead, man. For old time's sake, goddamn it, we back in this motherfucker.
Yeah, I have to be honest though. You my boy, but man, you on probation right now, bro.
Who?
You on probation.
Man, what I done?
So about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about Cal in the show. I've been out here by myself driving, man. I've been running around finding other, man. That's some bull crap, man. You don't have left me out here to die, man.
Come over to Coop Channel.
Nah, I go over there sometimes and I peep in, but sometimes y'all be talking about eating Buddha and stuff. I don't do all that, man.
Are you gonna eat some booty?
No, I ain't gonna never eat no booty. My stroke too.
Yeah,
right, you know.
Yeah, ain't
left
no
was the best
over
stroke.
40 ain't never ate booty.
No, my generation.
Shout out to Coop in the podcast like about. Yeah, that's the homie.
I ain't eating no booty.
You never know.
My
where,
left stroke is the best stroke.
Go.
No, I peep in on y'all from time to time.
Cal, you got a question in the comments.
Where you see that at? Where you see the question at?
Silver tree.
Oh man, the PBC looking all right.
He said, "What's happening to PBC?" Nothing. Actually, they putting on some good fights.
Yeah, what's happening to the PBC people? Yeah,
they're putting on some good cards right now.
Look like it.
Coop, what up, Coop? But hey, DJ, man, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad we back, man. Goddamn, it's been a long time coming.
I was shocked when I saw y'all in the lineup for my alerts. I was
you
like,
damn
what?
right.
I just got off the phone with I just got off, just finished breaking a heart, man, and I saw that. And I was like, just what I need. Get on the show. Get about these crowds. You know what I'm saying?
We missed you too, Sento.
You're damn right.
Oh, DJ, man, I was gonna call you too, DJ. Man, I forgot to order those cookies for you. Is it still going? Can you still order?
Yeah, it's still on, man.
Okay.
I'll probably drop the link in the chat.
Ain't no probably. Drop the link right now.
I think I saw. I saw some. Oh God, dog it, man. Hey, I'm gonna stay on, but I gotta call somebody, man.
Oh shit.
Hey, Coop, it was really good, man. It was really good, but I'm not gonna spoil it. I want everybody to go. I want everybody to get a chance to see it. It was really good, man. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Put
the link in the chat, bro, for the Girl Scout.
Quick question, there. Was it better than the second one?
I'll let you watch it and form your own opinion.
All right, okay.
All right.
God
Fair
damn
enough.
it, DJ. I'm sick of your shit. All right, listen. Give us this at least. On a scale of 1 to on a Friday scale, is it Friday After Next, or is it House Party 3?
I'll let you watch it and form your opinion.
I don't
DJ, you gotta give us something, man. Come on now.
Yeah, it's motherfucker, man. Eric Gomes, what's going on with you, bro? Been a minute since we last got him.
The movie is out, and go to your local theater, man. Support the movie. Michael B. Jordan directed it. You know, got 2 black men headlining. I almost said the card, but the movie. Oh yeah, man, check it out. It's a good movie.
I'm gonna try to go see it on Monday.
I'm gonna try to go see it on Monday. I'm not spoiling anything at all. Oh yeah, Meg said we keep fighting over the same woman. Our lady Valentina Shevchenko is also back on this card. Possibly pound for pound the #1 fighter in the world right now as far as MMA goes.
That's what I wanted to tell. That's what I want to talk to you about, DJ.
What's up?
The other day, Chael Sonnen been talking a lot. He been talking a lot lately. And he said a few things about John. Yeah, but he was talking some stuff about John Jones. And he said that John Jones was juicing back in the day because he was juicing back in the day. He also said that John Jones had the love triangle with I think Jeff Shevchenko and Holly Holm.
I can neither confirm nor deny that story.
Yeah.
But the rumors, I'll say this much. I'll say this much. The rumors about him and Holly Holm have been going around for a while. I don't know that to be true, but if it is, shout out to them.
Hey, so this is what I need you to do though, DJ. Check your fucking TikTok, man. I be sending you these TikToks. You talking about comedy gold, man. And you don't even check the shit.
Hey man, listen, I only get on TikTok for one reason and one reason only.
The filth. I got you.
The same reason most grown men get on TikTok.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I don't really be checking my messages. I don't really be checking my messages. I be just, I scroll through and I double tap. That's what I do.
You heard me? You heard me? Go through there and then go to the and then go to the Twitters. Click them links and go to the Twitters, baby.
Yeah, Twitter's a wild place, man. I just finished arguing with some folks on Twitter a few hours ago, man, about some stupid shit that people just get out there talking, don't know what they're really talking about. And shout out to the Oracle L-Dub for keeping us on game, man, and keeping us really in tune with what's going on. Shout out to Mark Nash as well, my guy Tate Jones. Shout out to everybody, man, who really keep us in tune with what's going on and not falling into these narratives.
Man, for sure. But let's be clear about this weekend in boxing. It's not a bad weekend. Brandon Figueroa is fighting.
Don't nobody want to see that shit.
Ho, Kev.
All right, go ahead, host. My bad.
Show. I do what the hell I want on my show.
The return of Swift Jared Hurd is coming this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the ring. It's been a long time, and I want to see him get out, man. I think it's gonna be good for him. But go ahead, since you don't give a fuck about that fight. Go ahead, Kevin.
I mean, it's not the best card, but for the boxing fans out there and the boxing purists who want to watch a card this weekend, PBC does have a card on. If y'all are interested, it'll be on Showtime as usual.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to,
but see, you gotta put something on like that where you got John Jones, coming to town. I probably wouldn't even have had no event on March 5th. You know what I'm saying? Since this is the day of John Jones, you probably shouldn't even have the event at all. because ain't nobody gonna watch it, but a couple of us. And listen, shout out to Kyle Davis for having multiple TVs in this house, so I can have the best of both worlds. I wish I was in Arizona this weekend, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? That's another story for another day.
Oh man, I wish I was in Vegas this weekend. I wish I could have went to that John Jones fight, but I've never had the pleasure of watching him in person. So I do want to see him fight in person before he finally decides to hang the gloves up.
My boy put on a lot of weight.
But one of the hottest prospects in MMA right now, if you want to compare it to boxing, I'd compare him to, as far as like the hype he's getting and how young he is and where he is in his career. The MMA version of Amir Abdullah is fighting this weekend, Raul Rosas Jr. The kid is 17, 18 years old, undefeated, and nasty, man. He has nasty submissions. He has decent striking. And he's supposed to have next up, man. He's the next hot young prospect coming through. You also got Bo Nickel on the card. Bo Nickel is somebody who I'd compare, maybe not as many fights. He's at all three of his fights, and one fight he had previous to coming on to Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series, which if you look at the roster of people who have come from that show that are starting to become champions, like the biggest example I can use from that is Jamal Hill, the current reigning and defending light heavyweight champion, came from Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. Sean O'Malley came from Tuesday Night Contender Series. You've had a plethora of guys come from that show, man. And all it is during the summer, Dana White every Tuesday for about 8 weeks, he'll put on fights where he'll get guys and girls from local promotions, and he'll tell them, hey, look, this is one fight. You want to get into the UFC? Get out there and impress me. Get out there and impress me. And a lot of people go out there and they fight their asses off, man. And so, and eventually, like Jamal Hill, it could lead to bigger things. You know, once you get your foot in the door, you know, the sky's the limit from there, man. It's up to you from there.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what, man?
What happened, Kyle?
He's in Never Never Land.
Yeah, but another fight everybody should look out for is Jeff Neal and Shavkat Rakhmonov. Shavkat Rakhmonov is a Kazakhstan fighter, has really good. He's finished. He's undefeated. He's 16-0, fighting in the welterweight division, which is 170 pounds in MMA. He's 16-0, and quite frankly, the UFC has had a hard time finding him fights. Nobody wants to fight this kid. He's finished his last 5 opponents via either knockout or submission. Has really good submissions, heavy hands, and really good takedown defense, man. And it's hard to find fights for him, but he's fighting Jeff Neal, Jeff Hands of Steel Neal, who has had, I think he's on a 2 or 3 fight win streak right now. His last 2 fights, he's beaten top 10 guys in Santiago Ponzinibbio, who also has really good striking. And his last fight, when he stopped Vicente Luque, who was a perennial top 5 contender, was possibly a couple fights away from fighting then champion Kamaru Usman, who he used to train with. So yeah, man, that's going to be a good fight, man. And then you got another lightweight prospect in Jalen the Tarantula Turner. He's 6'3", fighting at 155 pounds. Need I say more? The kid's a beast, man. So yeah, man, it's a lot of good fights on this card, man. I encourage everybody to tune in. If you don't tune in to any other UFC card, you know, I advise everybody to watch this one this weekend. Of course, we got Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards, the rematch, the third match that they're fighting against each other. That's coming up, I think, next month. And then after that, you got the return of Israel Adesanya. He's going to fight again. He's going to fight Alex Pereira again for the middleweight title in their rematch. So we'll see what happens with those fights, man. But Sylvester, man, I don't know how to say your name. When he said, when is Boots back? That is a good question. I thought he was going to be on the Tank and Ryan undercard, but I think Showtime is going to give him his own card in, I want to say, late May, possibly in Atlantic City, which, you know, him being from Philadelphia, Atlantic City is right up the road. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. And I'm also hearing that David Morrell Jr., the current WBA regular not light heavyweight, but super middleweight champion of the world, he was supposed to fight in June, but I think he's still going to fight in June. He's possibly going to be on that Tank Ryan undercard. Well, man, that Tank Ryan undercard is starting to look real good. Well, what's up, fellas? What y'all got going on? Senso? Coop?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, man,
yeah, I can hear you now.
Hey, Cal, Mix in the back. Whatever the fuck he got going on.
Yeah, well, I'll have to grab my phone. Yeah, I have to grab my phone and pull him up. Hold on, Max. I got you.
Kyle always got some bullshit.
Hold on, Max. I got you. Yeah, because I'm on the tablet right now. I have to get my phone and let him on. So bear with me just a second.
Catching up on Snowfall and BMS tonight.
Catching up on Snowfall?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was kind of a dull episode last night.
Yeah, man. I ain't really like how they did my boy. Yeah, man. Shit. Well, I wonder where the rest of this season gonna go. This is the last season, so gotta make that.
Yeah,
shit count.
I expect people to start dying and going to jail, man.
Yeah.
Anytime the last season comes up, you know, or anytime it gets close to the end, you start seeing people get whacked and
go off to the sunset.
Or ride off into the sunset, if you will. So we'll see, man. But yeah, last night was kind of dull. Last night's episode was kind of dull.
Bodies. Yeah. I'm happy. I thought Leon would have been dead already, but I guess he's finding peace.
Yeah.
To the motherland.
Yeah, he decided he was going to run away from his problems and go to Africa. So
go to Africa. Got an ex-crackhead with him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he love her though, man. So
yeah, he brought the bitch back. Got her clean. Her grandma was like, hell no, you can't come in my house.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
All right, yeah, I got Senso back in. Max, if you want to come back, man, if you're still listening, come on back. And yeah, we'll go from there. Yes, indeed. But to highlight some more fights on that card, man, I think I have to pull it up here in a second.
Yeah, man. I guess I know like the big names in UFC, but I don't know anybody else.
What are some of the big names?
I got, the McGregor, the Israel, Francis, John Jones, but all the rest of that shit, like I even got UFC trading cards and shit. I don't know who the fuck these people are. Yeah. Dude, I be fucking with that dude of like hobby cards and shit. He had some packs and I was like, fuck it, I'll buy a few.
Let's see. Let's pull up this card here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Dang, where'd Kyle go that fast? And struck out on us that quick.
Yeah, we're great. Service probably horrible up there.
Yeah, man. Derek Brunson and Dricus Du Plessis is also on this card, man. And that's gonna be a good fight. If Derek Brunson is not careful, man, he fights like a bull in a china shop, man. He's coming straight at you. He's coming straight at you throughout the duration of the fight. He has really heavy hands, has really good wrestling. His problem is he'll get sloppy and he'll get caught with shots that he shouldn't get caught with. Like a lot of his fights, you'll see him winning, and then out of nowhere, bang, and then all of a sudden now he's in deep shit and he ends up getting stopped. That was actually one of Israel Adesanya's best wins on his way up the ladder. It's not that he stopped Derek Brunson, it's how he did it. He picked him apart and knocked him out.
Yeah.
I think he dropped him like 3 times in that fight before the referee finally stepped in, before Herb Dean finally stepped in and stopped the fight. But yeah, he's a really good fighter, man. He's getting on up there in age though, and he takes a lot of damage. But don't be surprised if he knocks Dricus Du Plessis out. Dricus Du Plessis is coming off of 2 really good wins, man. I think he just beat Darren Till in his last fight, or the fight before last. And he's 18-2. He beat Brad Tavares and Darren Till in his last 2 fights. The way they treat Brad Tavares is everybody step up fight. He is the quintessential gatekeeper or measuring division. If y'all didn't already know, whereas boxing it's 160. You got Ian Gary, who's been touted as the next Conor McGregor. Big, tall, strong kid, man, has really good hands, really good Muay Thai. Coming out of Ireland, he's 10-0, and I think he stopped his last 3 opponents, or just straight walked through them and towards a unanimous decision. So, yeah, he's like I said, he's undefeated, and 2 fights ago he beat Darren Weeks, which was a good win for him, and yeah, man, he's a really talented young fighter too, man, really talented young fighter. He's 6'3", fighting at 170 pounds, man. So whatever that means to you. Yeah, man. He's big, tall, strong kid, man. Really good hands, really good grappling. Really well-rounded fighter, man. So I look forward to seeing him fight again. And who else is on this card? Oh, you got Amanda Hebos on this card as well. Uh-oh. You got Amanda Hebos on this card. She's been a perennial strawweight contender. She actually beat a couple girls in the top 5, man. Starting with what's her name, Mackenzie Dern, who is a jiu-jitsu ace. She beat her in one of her fights. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she beat Michelle Waterson as well. But yeah, she's beaten some really good guys. She beat up Paige VanZant, even though she lost her last fight against Caitlin Chukagian. Caitlin Chukagian is in that weird spot in a division that you see, whether it's in boxing or MMA. She's in that weird spot where she's gonna beat most of the girls up under her, but she just can't beat Valentina, which is the case for a lot of girls, man. What's up? The secrets of the car business. What's up, man? Interesting name. Kevin, what's up, Kev? Kev said, was Tyron Woodley a good MMA fighter? Absolutely. Tyron Woodley was a savage back in his days, man. But Tyron Woodley had this thing where you know, he found out that he could knock people out. So so, and I think, you know, that could be both a blessing and a curse in all the combat sports. Once you figure out that you can knock people out, you start chasing. And Tyron Woodley stopped using his leg kicks, which he had great leg kicks, had devastating leg kicks, and he stopped using them. He also stopped using his wrestling. He was an All-American wrestler at Missouri with heavy hands. You couple that with heavy hands, man. He was the welterweight champion for a while. Beat Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, beat Robbie Lawler, beat Darren Till when Darren Till was undefeated, and the boogeyman of the division. Whom nobody really, you know, it's hard to find him fights at that time because he was 6'3", 6'4" in the welterweight division, and it was hard to find him fights at one point. But I say all the time, I think Tyron Woodley ruined him. But yes, indeed, Tyron Woodley at one point in his career was the man, but Father Time and his fighting style didn't go hand in hand with each other because he found himself getting behind on the cards and just looking for that one big shot. And then he ran into a guy by the name of what was his name? Oh yeah, Kamaru Usman. And Kamaru Usman completely dominated and just beat him up for 5 rounds, man. That fight wasn't close from the first bell to the last one. But you know, he had his run as champion.
Don't forget his first loss, though. I think his first loss took a lot out of him too.
Yeah, when he lost to when he lost to Nate
his mouth
Marquardt.
all open real bad. No, not him.
No, that was his first loss against Nate Marquardt back in Strikeforce.
I thought, okay, it was Strikeforce. Is that when he got his mouth all busted open bad?
Yeah, when Nate Marquardt hit him with like a 6-piece combination.
Okay.
When he was stuck up against the fence. Yeah, that was his first loss.
Yeah,
and he didn't lose again for a long time. I think his second loss was to Rory McDonald, whom at one point was considered one of the best MMA prospects. He was one of the first guys who I say all the time brought forth this new age of MMA fighter where guys actually trained MMA. People didn't come into the sport as just specialists. They trained everything together. The best example of that right now is probably AJ McKee, who's been training. They weren't a boxer who tried to learn how to wrestle, or a wrestler who learned how to kickbox, or a Muay Thai fider who learned
jiu-jitsu.
I think he
got robbed.
I think he got robbed in his last fight as well, Cinto. Yeah. I think he got robbed against Pitbull. Yeah, I think he got robbed in that fight as well. But you know what they say, you never let it go to the judges because you never know what these judges are looking for. Judges are fickle. You know, some people, and I've said this about Brandon Figueroa, man, I'm not a fan of his fighting style, but some people like that come forward, walk in the punches shit. Some people like that.
Yeah.
Some people like a more technical fight. Some people like, I don't think people get points for defense, but I think they should, whether it's in MMA or boxing or kickboxing or Muay Thai. I don't think people get, because I know Muay Thai leg kicks don't really count towards anything, but it's all about the damage. You see what I'm saying? Leg kicks are strictly for damage. They don't count towards the points. But yeah, man, you see that, man, and it's all about what those particular judges those nights want to see. And you get a lot of people, you get some cards, I know you get them in boxing and in MMA, where everybody's just saying, man, the judges are off tonight, man. What are they looking at? So you just, like I say, you never know what the judges are looking at. So you want to go out there and try to finish the fight the best way you can, without chasing a knockout.
Yeah, I tell you, Pitbull did give a better account of himself the second fight, but I didn't see him winning that fight, so I was very much thrown off on that. But like you said, you shouldn't leave it in the hands. If you can help it, don't leave it in the hands of the judges, because you don't know what they're looking at, or if they've been paid off or what. You know, it can only be two things: either they're looking at something different, or they're being paid off. or
Yeah,
pressured.
some people will give you
way.
some people will give you credit for certain things, but a lot of judges won't. So that's why sometimes you'll get these crazy outrageous scorecards. Like you'll hear one judge, for instance, I'll put it in MMA terms. We could see that it was a back and forth fight, but by the time the cards are tallied up, you'll have one judge that had the one guy not winning a round, and then another judge only give him 1 round, and then the other judge give the other guy 3 rounds. So it all depends on what they're looking at. Coop, you still with us?
Yep.
Okay.
What's up, Coop?
What's up with it? Centos been over here in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, man. I'm rolling. Y'all got some weather coming through Alabama, don't you, DJ?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're supposed to have some real bad thunderstorms headed this way. But like I've been telling the guys, man, and they couldn't believe it the first time they heard it. It was like it's almost tornado season.
Yeah.
So every time
it
gets around,
for both Tennessee, Alabama, and a few other southern states.
Yeah, and especially in the Midwest, man, when you get up to Kansas and Iowa, Nebraska, places like that, where it's just flat land and that tornado ain't got no choice but to pick up speed. Luckily, I live in a valley, so it won't pick up speed. Wherever it touches down, it's gonna tear up that one area. It won't go from city to city to city, tearing up shit. It's just gonna tear up wherever it touches down.
Mm-hmm.
So. But of course we'll get the residual effect from, we'll get the rain and the wind and possibly a little flooding, but wherever it touches down, it's going to tear up that area. Whereas you get up there in Kansas and Nebraska and Iowa and parts of Illinois, it'll go from city to city on a path of destruction. So.
Yeah, fortunate for us, in certain areas, we might have hills here and there. Kind of
Oklahoma as well. Yeah, Kevin, you're right. Oklahoma as well. We had tornadoes here 2 days ago. Yeah, see, around March, April every year is tornado season for people who haven't experienced it or who live in an area where tornadoes are not that common. Every year, whether it's in the South or the Midwest, it's around March or April. Go ahead and start getting yourself ready. For the people who have the means, they'll have storm shelters, stocked with canned goods and everything. So, just prepare yourself, man. Find a shelter in place. Find somewhere to shelter in place, and just protect yourself, man. Whatever you can do to protect you and your family, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just getting ready for tornado season. It's getting there.
Yeah, it's that time of year. The 20th is the first of spring.
Yeah,
and daylight saving time changes on the 12th. So I mean, it's a lot of things happening this month.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. Today is the 2nd, going into the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Monday would be my new anniversary when I was arrested. So I'll be sure to have me a celebration that day. So that was the first day of my independence.
It's gonna be a tough day tomorrow, man, because this is the anniversary of Lil E. So
sorry to hear that, bro.
Oh yeah, you can't vote.
Yeah,
man. So it's always a rough week, man. You know what I'm saying? I always find myself being extra emotional, extra angry. You know what I'm saying? To this day, dude, I'm so upset all week, man, stressed out. And I didn't know why. And then, my homeboy, TK, his birthday's the same day though. So it's always like a bittersweet type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like we have fun, but at the end of the day, man, we always think about E. So tomorrow is bittersweet.
Yeah, I get you, man. And rightfully so.
I want to make an announcement too. not to discount what my man Cal just said, man. Our hearts are with you on that one, brother. But I just want to let the folks know I'm getting to pimp size again. So if any ladies need a sponsor, a man with a right hand, you understand? Holler at your boy, because I'm down from 2.25 to 216, and I'm tightening things up. I'm back in that gym, doing a little pimp type, workout. I ain't doing no real serious workout, but just trying to get pimp tight a little bit, and belly gonna go in. Gonna be some abs. I gotta keep my stamina is better, but ladies is gotta be even better, because I know y'all like hour and a half type runs. I gotta be able to do that all the time. I can't just put them kind of performance in once a week. I gotta be able to do it night after night. So I'm getting everything tight for you. It did what?
So, you say what now?
Maybe he was talking to somebody else. I couldn't make out what he said here.
No, I was talking.
Yeah, it's I got to mute now for a second. I got to eat some celery. I'm eating vegetables and fruit only in the truck at nighttime. You understand? I'm just telling you, ladies, strong bones, strong bone.
This boy crazy. Great to be back on the late night tip. Man, where Mexico go, man?
He was waiting on you to bring him up, man. So he kind of dipped out. But my man Taylor Bell said, "Blue chew, blue chew." Yeah, I didn't have my phone at the time, so I couldn't let him up. But he might come back, man. He might come back. I don't know what he got going on. Who knows? Yes, indeed. So, Cento, you gonna come out to Vegas with us, man, on 22nd April? Oh, he said he had to go on mute.
Man, I was gonna say something about that, man. I'm definitely there the 25th of March, and I want to be there, man. But I think I'm gonna have to go back in June.
If you know in June, what's happening in June?
Man, I can't say it on
there.
I
got you. I got you.
All right,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have to go back in June. I can't go 3 months. I got some bookings in April. I've been requested to, I got some services to provide.
I got you. My man. Enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got I'm like Ike Turner right now. Let's see, I got San Antonio, I got Cleveland, I got Chicago, I got Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
Internationally known.
NBA. I brought the NBA, dog.
Yes.
Whatever that's an NBA team, we got a girl.
Yeah. And some pros in different area code type thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's I've been I think I'm officially ending this one situation that I've been in and out of for a few months, man, because I was crazy about the person, man, but they just won't. They just can't get right. Can't get right, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong?
Man, she just she can't stay out of her own way, man. She can get a little fly out the mouth every now and then. I'm cool, but certain things when you go below the belt, man, that tells me the future is not good. I don't express to you how I feel about certain things, and you just gonna keep on keeping on. No, okay. I'm about to show you. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I say a few things too, but you know, if I know if I said something and I know it hurt somebody, I'm quick to apologize. You know what I'm saying, and let them know that that was not my intent. If I'm joking, but if I'm for real about what I'm saying, I'm gonna stand on it. You don't know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, this person, you
I'm
know,
telling you, the motherfucker over
you know, this person here, they gonna try to clean up the house and everything. You know, when they know they don't got wrong. At first they were standing on it. Now I didn't mean it. How you not mean it? You told me you meant it. You told me verbatim that you meant what you said. No, with all that bull crap, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
So it is what it is, you know. I don't give them opportunity after opportunity. You can only come up to bat so many times before I'm gonna put you out of the game. So, and that's because I'm a nicer guy now than what I used to be. You see, back in the day,
shout out to growth. Shout out to growth.
Right. I was zero tolerance back in the day for real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how you feeling? That's how you moving? Okay, you can move by yourself. Toodaloo.
Well, you know the best way. You know the best way to get over that situation, don't you?
That's why I keep 4 or 5 of them on hand at all times.
I say come out to Vegas with your boys on April 22nd.
I might have something lined up already in store for me in Vegas this month,
Yeah, man. Listen, divorce has been treating you very well.
Oh yeah. Hey man, let me tell you something, man. I'm the happiest I've been in at least 15 years. This point in time in my life, man. Real talk. I had more good times in my marriage than bad times. But as far as true happiness, this is just as great as I've felt in probably the last 15 years because it's when things start really getting a little sideways. I try to make it work. I put my pimp hands in my pockets and try to make it work, man. It didn't work out, so here I am. Now, hey, I'm gonna be selective. Take my time. I'm not gonna be in a hurry, and I'm letting them know on the front end. This is what you get. True player for real. That's your man. You know what I'm saying? As my man for real, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not letting these bras lock me down just because they desperate. Forget that bull crap. Hey, look here. You came here looking and trying to find something to play. I came here looking, trying to find something to play too. So that's where we're gonna keep it. If y'all seen that movie with Jonah Hill and what's your girl name?
Lauren London.
Yeah, her and Eddie Murphy and all of them. She gonna tell the old boy after they don't did something that they kind of like go together. That's what somebody tried to give to me. That's what they all try to give to you. But I'm letting them know I don't care about all that bull crap. Look here, I'm gonna start doing like I used to do. Now we gonna lay down here. I'm willing to lay down with you right now, but I'm just letting you know we still friends. I don't care how good you feel about what I do to you, or none of that. I don't care how good you try to put it on me. We friends. Don't start that bull crap about it. I'm your man and you my woman, all that bull crap. No, I'll let you know when it was time for us to address something like that. But this ain't the time. Right now, there's a difference between effing and a difference between having sex as well as making love. There's a difference. And right now, I'm going with the first option. So I'm gonna let everybody know on Front Street. They should never let me find out that my Peter Johnson still work real good like it used to. They should never let me find that out.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be here on all of them.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
Yeah, man. Hey, let me mute right quick. I gotta do this delivery.
Yeah,
all right,
sure.
all right. Yes, indeed.
Hey, DJ.
What's up, bro?
Boy, this felt good, dog. It felt good to be back at the late nights. Hey, but talk about UFC's like they lineup though.
What, as far as they schedule? Yeah, man, these next 3 cards are like killer cards, man. They got great headliners and they got a great, like, UFC usually does, and Bellator does it as well. But they're just lesser known names, but that doesn't mean the talent is lesser. Let me see. I think the next card is Usman, and the next big card, rather. I mean, they always have fight nights on ESPN pretty much every other Saturday night. But the next big card, I believe, is Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards Part 3. If you follow the sport, you all saw what happened in the last fight. Kamaru Usman won, completely dominated, but it ain't over till it's over, man. And unfortunately, he found that shit out the hard way. And Leon Edwards sent him to the shadow realm. One perfectly placed, perfectly timed head kick, straight shin to chin, put him to sleep. There's no controversy, no doubt about it. Who the UFC not light heavyweight, but the UFC welterweight champion is. But the co-main event on that card is the fight that everybody needs to see and that all MMA fans are really talking about. Justin, the Highlight Gaethje, and Rafael Fiziev. People, let me tell you, this is going to be a bloodbath. I think somebody's going to get knocked out in this fight, but I almost wanted to go all 3 rounds just to see these guys beat the living shit out of each other. Think if everybody's covering boxing, think of what Ermias Ponce and Subriel Matias was. Those 2 styles just mesh. And can lead to a great fight or can lead to a dull fight. You never know, because if you get in a fight where both guys have similar, skill sets, huh?
Yeah.
Kyle, you talking to me?
No, my bad. I thought I muted my mic. My fault.
Yeah. Well, you get into a situation where both guys have similar skill sets. They're similar size, similar reach. So you run into a equally matched fight like that, man. And both guys like to stand and trade, but both guys can wrestle. Both guys can grapple. So, we'll see what happens with that, man. But the co-main event on that fight is really going to be a good fight. You got Gunnar Nelson and Brian Barberina, Brian the Barbarian Barberina. No, Brian Bam Bam Barberina. I'm thinking of somebody else. The Barbarian. That was Tim Bosch. But anywho, yeah, man, that's going to be a really good fight as well. Gunnar Nelson has great submissions. He's in that camp with Conor McGregor, the SBG Ireland camp. And he's a jiu-jitsu ace, man. He strangled some of the best guys past and present in that division. And, we'll see what happens with that fight, man. But Bam Bam Barberina is exactly what his name suggests. He's coming there to stand and bang with you. I think he's coming off of that knockout win over Robbie Lawler. He actually knocked out Robbie Lawler, and I think it's his last fight or the fight before last. I'm not sure if he's had another fight since then. But, when he knocked out Robbie Lawler, man, I was like, oh, shit. Is he really that good, or is Robbie just past it? You know what I mean? Because Robbie Lawler, the former UFC welterweight champion, has been in some wars, man. He's been in some wars in the past, and he's fought the best of the best in that division, won some, lost some. So, he might be at that point in his career where Father Time's knocking on the door, and ready for him to answer. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Who else? Who else is on that card? None of the names y'all know. So, but yeah, that's also a great card. It's gonna showcase a lot of overseas talent. Seeing as how the fight's in London. Who else? And then at the end of April, I think, please don't be on the 22nd. And it's not on the 22nd. Oh, yeah, they just announced this is going to be a really good fight. They just announced Max Holloway, the return of Max Holloway on April 15th. He's going to be fighting almighty Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen is on like I want to say an 8-fight win streak in the UFC. He's 19-1 overall, but he's been beating up a lot of really good guys, man. He beat up Super Sadiq Youssef, which was a good fight. He beat up Dan Hooker, stopped Dan Hooker. He also stopped Calvin Kattar, who was a top 5 contender. He's beating up a lot of really good guys, man, but he's just somehow that title shot just keeps eluding him. So I'm pretty sure with the win over Max Holloway, the former champion, he'll probably be in line for a shot at either Yair Rodriguez or Alexander Volkanovski, whoever wins that fight, for the UFC featherweight championship, which featherweight in MMA, if you guys don't know, is 145 pounds. But I don't know if I posted it on my Instagram stories. I don't know if anybody else saw it, but Gervonta Davis is working out at the UFC Performance Institute. That's big for him. I'm so happy that he's out there. He ran into John Jones while he was out there. John Jones is trying to coax him into moving towards MMA. And just could y'all imagine? This is for my guys on the panel and whoever's out listening and people in the chat. Could y'all imagine Gervonta Davis with 4-ounce gloves on? Can you imagine the jaws that would get broken and the eye sockets that would get crushed? And the level of people that would get sick.
John Jones said he would train him himself in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. But think about the stardom that Tank would give himself, the additional stardom. He'll be moved to that Mayweather level closer at that if he do something like that. Because MMA is gonna bring a whole lot of eyes to the fight, and that's gonna just move him up a notch or two above a lot of fighters, boxers. That is.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, he wouldn't have to change his weight at all. He could fight at 135 pounds if he wanted to, which is in MMA. I know in boxing that's lightweight, that's the lightweight division, but in MMA that is the bantamweight division. Gervonta Davis could step right into that bantamweight division, which is quite possibly the hottest division in the UFC right now, and maybe MMA as a whole. I think it's the hottest and deepest division in MMA is 135 pounds. You got guys like Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen, Sergio Pettis over in Bellator. You got Rafion Stotts over in Bellator. You got Pete Sabatella over in Bellator. You got the champion in the UFC and Aljamain Sterling. Who else is at 135? Well, TJ Dopashaw just retired.
He finally gave it up.
He finally gave it up once he got off the juice. Once he's once they busted him for taking that EPO, man, his body just didn't recover because he was able to train himself so hard and break his body. But that EPA, it helps you recover faster and it helps you go harder, longer, pretty much. Pause. But
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. But he just retired. So, he was a former 2-time champion. Somebody else who's on this card this weekend is Cody No Love Garbrandt, former champion in that division. beat Dominic Cruz for the belt a few years ago, but he lost to TJ Dillashaw, got knocked out very badly twice by TJ Dillashaw. And ever since TJ beat him, because I think he was undefeated, I think he was like 11-0 when he fought TJ, man. Cody is, in my opinion, if I had to compare him to somebody, he is it's crazy. Big Dog Willie just pulled up. He is the Amir Khan of MMA right now.
Amir Khan, invented oxygen type Asian pussy. Facts.
But Cody Garbrandt is a very complete fighter. He has really good wrestling, fast hands, fast, powerful hands. But man, ever since that first knockout that he received by the hands of TJ Dillashaw, who was juicing to the gills in those two fights, TJ Dillashaw ruined him. He ruined him because ever since he lost the belt, which I said he was 11-0, he's 1-4 or 1-5, excuse me, in his last 6 fights, I think. And the majority of those losses, I say 3 out of those 5 losses have been terrible knockouts. I mean, he's just, you know how you just, oh man, it's like
so he's like Adrian Broner.
No, Adrian Broner ain't getting iced. You know what I mean? He might go in there and get outworked, or he might get beat up a little bit. And guys are getting decisions over Adrian Broner where they just outworking him because Adrian Broner gets gun shy and won't let his hands go anymore. Cody Garbrandt goes in there and gets knocked the fuck out. Somebody else who's been like that, he hasn't been the same since he lost to John Jones. I think he should also retire. I think Cody Garbrandt should retire. The Pedro Munoz knockout, when Coach Pedro Munoz knocked him out, that was bad. They went in there and played Rock'em Sock'em Robots in the first round of the fight. And even though Cody hurt Pedro Munoz a couple times and wobbled him, Pedro Munoz ended up, slumping him. And I think he came back and got a win versus Rafael against Rafael
Dos Anjos.
What's up? What's up with the guys? Y'all back now?
It wasn't.
I was backstage for like 10 minutes, man. Y'all slipping.
But his last fight, he dropped down a division to the flyweight division, which is 125 pounds. And he got knocked out by Kai Kara-France. So you look at it, his last 4 out of 5 fights, he's been knocked out.
Slept. He's gonna get slept again.
It's been bad, man. And so once you start getting ice like that, like I think you should seriously consider retiring. Like
for me, I'm still shocked that Jose Aldo is still fighting. Jose Aldo, like that.
Yeah, he's boxing now. He took up boxing.
He's boxing now, yeah. He's done with UFC.
He's done with MMA in general, or just
UFC?
Yeah,
he retired
from
UFC. He's
MMA, yeah.
No, he's done with MMA. Period. He's boxing now full time.
Yeah, he's gonna do the exhibition thing in boxing.
36. And that's
what division is he fighting?
I'm actually kind of glad he decided to go to boxing.
Who is he fighting?
Hey, this card is gonna be crazy, man. It's a must see.
To throw his name in there to fight for it. Say what?
This card is a must see, bro. Like you cannot miss this shit this weekend for anyone that gives a fuck about anything, bro. Like they try to call me into work. I said I'll be at work when the fight is over. That's what I told my boss. So this is how important. This is John Jones, man. It's the GOAT. There might not be too many more to see greatness like this, man. And I know he's an underdog, but I expect him to do his thing, bro.
I wouldn't say John Jones is a GOAT with all the issues he's had with the steroids and stuff like that.
He's never been popped dirty for steroids one time ever. So stop with that. Stop with that. He got popped for a metabolite that is related to the use of steroids, but he never got popped for steroids. And if that's the case, I don't ever want to hear Anderson Silva's name come up because he got popped for actual steroids. Hot. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I seen all the interviews. I seen the interview with the Golden
Anderson
Snitch
Silva
where he
was one of
broke
those
down
guys.
all
He
the
got
shit.
popped for like a diuretic. He got popped for the same shit like
He got popped twice.
Cyborg was on. Yeah.
He popped twice, Dirty.
Yeah, he got popped for the same shit. Fabricio Verdum was on. You saw
to lose weight, basically. Like the thing that Canelo gets accused of using
Clenbuterol.
Yeah, clenbuterol.
No, it wasn't clenbuterol. It was something else.
But here's the other thing about the Canelo shit. He was allowed to have that in his system, just not as much as he had of it. That's why he got popped. But they're allowed to use a small amount of that drug, which is what I'm saying. Like, these cases are all very different. You really got to look into who got popped for what it was related to. See, with John Jones, when he got caught, they had started a whole new level of testing as far as going even deeper into metabolites. He was one of the first main athletes to be on that next wave of testing. So they found him from metabolites. Therefore, they said, well, most people that have this in their system use steroids at one point in time. That's what we're assuming by it. But he's never been popped dirty for steroids.
The only thing he's really popped positive for was cocaine.
Yeah, as far as, yeah.
Like after that first Daniel Cormier fight, he tested positive for cocaine. He admitted to that. Like,
I mean, if you know, if you want to say, because even the John Jones said, they said it was metabolites that were still stuck in his fatty cells. Like he didn't even have enough in the system to give him an advantage at that point.
Right.
But if you think about it, something like Conor Bryant never got popped for steroids. He got popped for that shit that's related to people that use steroids. Usually use this shit too.
He got popped for an estrogen blocker.
Yes, exactly.
DJ, do you believe the whole thing with Brock that he got? Do you think he got popped dirty for steroids, or was it really diverticulitis? Do you actually believe that shit, or did Brock?
I think both. Because the same thing with Anderson. Anderson got popped for steroids, but he got a broken leg. Of course, they gave him steroids to heal, but he was on this shit when he fought.
I'm gonna say this right. Brock fought in that era where they weren't testing anybody. Yeah, I mean,
so you think a lot of those fighters are probably on something?
Only people they were really drug testing were the champions, and even sometimes maybe. USADA didn't come along until around 2015-16 when Dana White and the UFC decided they were going to hire USADA to clean up the sport. And you saw it affect a lot of guys' careers. You look at when USADA came around, like I said, between 2014, 15, 16, somewhere around in there, you saw a lot of guys and a lot of girls start not looking the same. Like Vitor Belfort changed. What's my guy's name, man?
Pretty much all the Brazilians.
Yeah, it was a few Brazilians.
Some Americans, I think. Some
Americans. The biggest
Johnny Hendricks retired.
the biggest case in that was Johnny Hendricks. Johnny Hendricks fell completely off the face of the earth once USADA came around. He definitely tested positive. I know at least once he tested positive, but you could just look at his performances, man. He went from the guy who was juiced to the gills and beat the living shit out of GSP but didn't get the decision to all of a sudden you're getting knocked out by prospects.
So I can't remember. There was someone in the lighter division, like 145 or 140. Like what?
That was going to be my next example, Tony. Renan Barao. Renan Barao was on something crazy. He was on like a 35 fight win streak. I think he lost his first professional. Kyle, wake your sleep ass up.
Hey, Kyle, wake the fuck up. Hey, and Ben Israel's a bitch. I just call him that shit on dub shit. He want to say some shit about mothers, so that's where we gotta go with him. So just be careful about your boy over there. Nah, fucking Ben Israel over there acting up.
Man.
I know. But Jesus, but usually he just say like random shit. But he said some shit about some moms type shit. So I'm just like, all right, like,
man, he be high.
Lines gotta be drawn. Lines gotta be drawn. You know, just say no to meth, boys and girls. Kyle look like he needs some meth tonight, though. Kyle needs some meth right now.
Bless his heart. But Yeah, Renan Barão, man, he was the UFC bantamweight champion. Until he ran into another guy who was juicing in TJ Dillashaw, and TJ Dillashaw ended all that shit. So yeah, Renan Barão was another good example. People say Chris Weidman. Michael Bisping has accused Chris Weidman. Ever since USADA came around, Chris Weidman hadn't looked the same. But yeah, TRT Vitor, of course. Who else, man? It's been a lot of people who hadn't looked the same since USADA came around. That's why I give credit to guys like my favorite fighter, even though he'd win some and he'd lose some, but I respect Anthony Pettis a lot more than I respect a lot of other fighters because he continued to perform at the same level, fighting the best guys. He wasn't fighting prospects. He was fighting the best guys, continuing to fight perennial top 10 guys. He'd win some, he'd lose some, but he was the best of his time, and he fought the best guys of his time, and not one whiff of USADA. USADA didn't, go ahead.
Do you think, man? Do you think he lived up to his abilities and expectations, or what? What do you think?
Absolutely, he was a 2-time champion. He was a champion in WEC, and he was a UFC champion. So, absolutely, but the thing is, and this is what makes Jon Jones so special, in MMA, guys don't reign for years. You know what I mean? Like, it's rare that you get a guy like Jon Jones or a George St. Pierre, who Nick Diaz accused of being on the shit, because he got out before USADA came along. But you get guys who dominate for
he was on that shit. He was on that shit.
That's what Nick Diaz believes. Nick Diaz said that, man, that he fought him. Number one, he fought him in Toronto. George St. Pierre is one of them French Canadians from up there in Quebec, Montreal, Quebec. So he fought him in Toronto, and it was just like it was a whole bunch of funny. He just felt like it was a whole bunch of funny shit going on the week of the fight, leading up to their fight. So, you take that for what it may be. It may be sour grapes, because you usually hear the Diaz brothers give guys their respect after the fight. If you beat them, you beat them. Like, they gonna talk their shit before and during the fight, but after they fight you, they always give guys respect. So, hearing him say that, it make you kind of all right, maybe, where there's smoke, but that's just coming from Nick Diaz. I'm not accusing him of anything, because until you pop dirty, I can't accuse you of nothing. Wake your sleepy ass up, man.
Man, listen, man. I'm listening.
We back on late nights. Wake your sleep ass up, man. Should have took a nap, old fucker.
Hey, listen, man. Tired, boss. Hey, question for you, DJ. Do you think Tank could be an amazing MMA fighter?
Absolutely.
If he learn how to wrestle.
If he learns any kind of takedown defense, those 135-pound guys are fucked. They're fucked. If they can't take him down, he's not only gonna knock people out, he's gonna break jaws, he's gonna crack orbital bones. Like, think about what we're saying. Could you imagine Gervonta Davis with 4-ounce gloves on?
Man,
bare knuckle, baby. Bare knuckle.
Shout out to Bare Knuckle. I saw that fight that they announced. I actually like that fight, man.
Oh, hey, that's a good one, baby.
Chad Mendez, and
Eddie Alvarez.
I like that. I would watch
you
that.
See,
Luke
Rockhold gonna be on one, and he says he's getting paid more for this fight than for his last UFC fight.
And I'll say to that, right, Luke, bro, chill. He's another one of them guys that just needs to chill. Just relax, man.
Oh, he gonna get slapped.
Like, you no longer have a chin. And I mean that. I sincerely mean that. I'm not trying to be funny, but I've seen this man go to bed several times. Paulo Costa at his last fight was beating the living shit out of him. I'm surprised he didn't stop him. But Yoel Romero put him to fucking sleep. Jan Blachowicz. Who else put him to sleep, man? I had to look up Luke Rocco's record. Somebody else.
Michael Bisping. Michael
Bisping put him to sleep. Like it comes a time, man, where I think he's got 5 or 6 losses, and I think 4 of those losses are all knockouts. Oh, TRT Vitor slept him.
Like I'm about to be sleeping. No, I'm sleeping right now. Fuck it. Ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It comes to a point, man. He has an actual career outside of fighting, and I don't.
Hey,
I don't
get ready to
understand
argue,
why.
Max, get ready to argue, dog.
What? Oh, this bitch ass nigga. What's
Fuck,
up,
boy,
man?
don't be trying to duck me, bitch ass
Hey,
nigga.
fuck you,
Hey,
you
Kyle,
fucking
shout out
faggot.
to my
Shut
homeboy
up.
Kyle for allowing the most hated nigga on YouTube on this platform. Hey, Kyle, the last time I was here, nigga talk about fucking Benjamin. Fuck wrong with you? Let these niggas up here
You
talk
asked
about
him to fly
molesting
you
your
out.
boy.
You asked him to fly
These
you
niggas
out.
talking, yeah, nigga, the murder one of you fuck niggas.
Oh, batty
Bitch
boy.
ass nigga mix.
You a batty
Homosexual
boy.
ass nigga. Fuck boy, fuck
Bro,
wrong with you.
don't get
And I
excited over
stand
there,
on that.
Ben.
Bitch ass nigga.
You ain't gonna stand on
Where
nothing.
your
You need to
sister
stay
at,
off the
Mix?
meth,
Where your
bro.
sister
You need to
at?
stay off the
Where your
meth.
sister at, nigga? Where your
Methamphetamines is a hell
sister
of
at,
a
bitch ass
drug.
nigga? Where your sister? I'm on
Come
your
get
sister,
it. She right
nigga.
here. Come here.
I'm on your
She
sister,
right here.
pussy cracker.
Come here. She right here.
Fuck, boy. I'm on your sister.
Come here.
Cause you
She
know
right
who
here.
I am, bitch ass boy. Don't play with me, Mix.
I know you a faggot
Fuck, boy.
ass
You a bitch
crackhead.
ass
That's
dude.
what
Don't
you
know
are.
shit about boxing. I'll cook your ass on boxing or free smoke. Bitch ass nigga. Don't be playing with me, old
Yeah,
retard ass
they
white
keep
boy.
it that way. If all you
I'll
want is a
slap you in your
boxing
mouth.
fade, just
Fly me out
keep
to
it that way.
California.
But
Fly me out.
see, there you go
Bitch ass
again.
nigga.
Ask your
Here I go
grown man to
again.
fly you
Bitch ass
out, you
nigga.
faggot.
I'll show up like the candy man. Fuck boy.
I would never.
Whole ass
I would
nigga.
never. I ain't never flying no man out to come see me. You
He
on
was
some
just
weird
on that
ass
other
shit,
day.
bruh.
Oh, he
You
was
on
just
some weird
telling
ass
Doug,
shit.
hey, see how I tell these niggas be lying though?
You weird as fuck.
Kyle, I call these bitch ass niggas out. Nigga was just over there with Doug
You
right
on
side talking
drugs.
about flying him out. I
You
said,
lying
bitch
like a
ass nigga, this how
motherfucker.
your
I
homeboy was
asked
finna get his
Doug
brains blowed out.
when you
Nigga
meeting up
finna
in
blow
Vegas
his
with the
ass.
crew,
Yeah, nigga talk
dog.
about that other shit.
So
I said,
shit
okay.
up.
Nigga gonna show you what a
Everything's
nigga
on
talk
video,
about.
you weird
Bitch
ass
ass nigga.
motherfucker. You weird
Oh
as
ass
fuck.
boy. But Mix, your energy ain't the same when you see Benjamin.
You need to leave the meth alone. It will never
Your
be.
energy
My
ain't the
energy will
same when you
never be
see
the same. It
Benjamin,
cannot
fuck
be.
boy.
I am
I'm on
uncomfortable
your
around
sister, fuck
crackheads.
boy.
You are
Your sister
absolutely
Matt.
right.
Your sister name Matt, fuck
I'm
boy.
uncomfortable around
That's
meth
your sister
addicts.
name?
You are right.
What's your grandma
Shit.
name? I guess your grandmama name Money.
There you
Cause
go.
I'm on your
There
grandma
you
and
go.
your sister, fuck boy. If your
You
sister
weird as
name
fuck.
Matt and your mama name and your grandmama name Money, well, so be it. I'm on both of them hoes.
Meth? Is this her name, Meth?
Hey, Ben.
You are a meth addict.
Nigga, I ain't never
Hey,
been
Ben.
You are a meth addict.
Hey, Ben, I was thinking about you last week, man. I don't pour me a baby. I don't pour one of Shaq's daughters too, man.
Hey, no, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kyle was down there in Miami when I flew out, when I had to go back to the crib. He was in some old shacked up shit named Passtown down there in Brown Sub and shit. I should have pulled on it because he was in the hood. Kyle was in the motherfucking hood. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got a gal. Don't fell in love with me already. And she tall as I am.
7'2".
Not quite, but she looked like it to the short guy.
Oh, short guy.
She's 6'2.5". I mean, she's 6'1". I'm 6'2.5".
Oh, bitch ass Matt be studying me and shit, be talking about all his midget hoes, his big hoes. He ain't never pull up on Kyle show Kyle damn pussy. I done pull up with Shaq hoes, big hoes, little hoes, fat hoes, skinny hoes. I don't discriminate. Benjamin love pussy. And I'm protecting myself at all times, my G. Let's get this clear and foremost.
Sound like you love butthole too with your faggot ass.
Mix out there eating ass.
You asking men to fly you out talking about you love pussy.
And letting them hoes
That's
shit in his
Kyle.
mouth.
That's
Old
Kyle.
ass eating ass white boy. Old
That's
ass
Kyle.
eating ass white boy. He don't like when Ben talk to his bitch ass.
I don't like when you talk to me.
You heard
I
what
don't
Kyle
talk to
said,
meth
niggas be
addicts.
ready to fight. And don't
I don't
call for
talk to
no
meth
help,
addicts.
Mix. Bitch ass nigga, you ran from me the last platform. I knew where you was going there. I said, nigga, I'm gonna follow you at the boxing section, nigga. Nigga, Kyle fuck with Benjamin. Fuck wrong with you. He know Benjamin free smoke and I'm crazy. He'll tell you that. Leave that nigga alone, man.
I don't need no one to tell me. I believe it.
What wrong with your bitch ass?
I see you. I see
nigga,
you weird ass motherfucker.
Let's get on your sister.
You weird as fuck.
Let real nigga see your sister.
You need to go to rehab.
Get that hoe on this platform, nigga.
You need to go to rehab with your gay ass.
Tell a Benjamin here. Tell a real nigga here to put real nigga dick in her mouth. Fuck boy. Tell your sister Cam up. What's up? You scared to talk now? You be having a lot of energy when I'm not here, nigga. I'm here now.
Yeah, I better energy when you're not here.
Ass boy. Tell your sister to cam up. Cause my bitch is ready to cam up for your little dope fiend looking ass boy.
Do it then.
She said how you were looking over there with that crack pipe. And when he was looking at old Mexican crack pipe ass smoking boy.
Crock pipe?
Fuck me, baby.
A crock pipe? What the fuck are you talking about?
Talk about hookah. Bitch, you was on the crack pipe.
What? I don't even smoke. You weird, bro. You're weird.
On no levels.
I don't ever want to.
I want to put real nigga dick down your mama throat, nigga. I know I hurt you fuck niggas' feelings. Don't fuck with me.
All right. Come over.
Yeah.
Come over. Come on, I invite you to dinner. Come on through.
You want to fade?
Come on down.
Straight up fade. I'll beat your ass, nigga.
Come on down.
Nigga, if you whoop my ass, nigga, I'll never show up on nobody platform, nigga.
Oh, damn. That'll be a blessing to the internet. That'll be a blessing to the internet.
No, nigga, you fuck the internet.
I don't like fighting crackheads, though, because, like, you know.
Fuck, nigga.
Ain't nobody talking about your bitch ass with your faggot ass.
I got energy, but any nigga can't talk to me in my face.
You got too much energy because you're on meth, bro. That's the point.
Real nigga shit, Kyle.
You're on meth.
Niggas back. I wait till I see this bitch ass nigga, and I tell them how I feel, like it or not. That's what they hate about me. This bitch ass nigga been on 7. Nigga be over there sucking rap star ass, sucking his dick. Fuck, nigga. You just on dub right side saying, oh, we need to be dick suckers. Some weird shit you was over there. That shit.
The fuck are you talking about?
And you heard Kush over there with your weird ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga.
Oh, you're so gay, bro. What the fuck?
That fuck shit.
You need to put the pookie down, bro.
Dudes though, Kyle, I be getting mad at
you need a fucking hug, bro.
I be getting
mad
at
weird as fuck.
Cause I let some of these old motherfuckers just bring me out my character and mix.
This is your character. You a crackhead, motherfucker.
Beat that nigga ass in the middle of the Broadway, bro. I fuck mix up niggas have me back in somewhere I want to be,
bro. You're a weird ass motherfucker,
you a bitch, nigga. Cause I hate niggas who talk behind the nigga back. Then when the nigga pull up on you, bitch ass nigga, y'all energy ain't there. Or I ain't say that. Fuck, nigga, you did.
You know what I said.
I was in the chat.
You know what I said. You know what I said.
Nigga. And you know what I'm talking about, Mitch. And shout out, Cal, for you for allowing the most hated nigga on
you're schizophrenic.
I'm done with it. See how I can leave it on that quick? Turn on and turn on. Cause mix
that's what happens when you go high, go low.
You told this nigga I was coming.
Hey, put the pipe down, man.
Nigga,
it's probably better for you and your family for you not to be on methamphetamine.
And you can't compare with me and you. Let's go one-on-one. Bitch, you staying at your baby house. I bet I got shit. My shit, fuck boy.
Okay, you stay in a halfway house, motherfucker.
Yeah. Let you tell it.
You in a box under a bridge, dog. That's where you at.
I love the energy.
You're probably outside of McDonald's right now using their Wi-Fi.
Pull up at any one of the places and I'll meet you at and give you the business, fuck boy.
Sounds good.
But let's turn on.
Send location.
And your mama house or my house. And I can show you my
location.
I ain't there no more. I'm back in Miami, fuck boy.
Oh, I'm proud of you. You finally got out of your mom's house. I'm proud of you, dog.
I'm back in my shit. I ain't back home.
You're 53 years old, high on meth, and you finally got out of your mom's house.
Shit, nah,
congratulations.
Fuck boy. She ain't here no more. I defend that shit.
You said she ain't here. My mama at home. It's my house tonight.
You a fuck boy, bitch. You a bitch ass nigga. And you ain't getting up in your head, mix. I'm sitting on your brain, pissing on your brain.
Not.
Real nigga shit. I got space, nigga. I real space in your head, fuck nigga.
No, you just high, bro. You're on meth.
Cause you a hoe. That's all you got on meth. That's it. Bitch ass nigga, where your sister
I mean, that's
at?
a lot, bro. That's a lot.
Where your
What do you mean that's
sister at?
it? You're a
Where
meth
your
addict.
sister
What do you
at?
mean
The
that's
same
it?
shit you want to do to another man, I'm gonna do to your sister. I'm
I
gonna
don't
fuck
want to do
your sister
anything.
in the
So
ass,
thank you
fuck
for not
boy.
wanting to do anything
I'm
with
gonna fuck
my.
your sister in the ass.
Thank you
Same
for
shit
not
you
want
want
to
to
do
do to them
it.
boys, you faggot ass nigga.
Bro, you the
I'm gonna
only
do to
one
your sister.
asking niggas to fly
Bitch
you
ass
out,
nigga.
bro. Like, what are
Bitch
you
ass
talking
nigga.
about?
I'm gonna
And
piss
then
in
when
your
he said
sister
he was
mouth.
gonna fuck you,
Fuck boy.
you still
Get
told him to
down
fly
on the
you out.
cam.
So what does
Tell the
that
Benjamin
mean?
here.
What does
Don't
that
call for
mean?
nobody. Tell the Benjamin here.
Hey,
Tell
close
your
your
nemesis
butthole
here.
and get off the pipe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Tell
hey,
your baby
guys.
that, cause she on my pipe.
Hey,
Your
hey,
baby
guys.
on my pipe.
Okay.
You're a
Hey,
lonely
listen.
man.
Y'all can argue all y'all want, but Kyle Davis and DJ are probably finna get the hell out of here. Santos is gone. DJ gone.
I'm out. I'm not gonna entertain crackheads. I'm out.
Hey, so how
All
you
right.
how you enjoy
Listen,
your
man.
time down in
Listen.
Miami, Kyle?
You
Fuck
talking to
that.
yourself now.
Mix, where you want to
Hey,
go? We could go one on one. We could
real
talk
quick.
boxing,
Real
or we
quick.
could go
This
free
is.
smoke and
Hey.
let Kyle
Why
be
you
the
take it here and be
referee.
like, we can
Right
talk
now,
boxing?
you can pick a
No.
topic,
All right.
fuck
This is
boy. You can pick any topic. I'll
Let's try
burn you
drug
on boxing
rehab.
all right,
talk
guys.
or
Drug
free
In the
smoke.
words of
rehab.
the
That's
great
the
philosopher.
topic.
Hey.
Boxing
In the
talk or
words of the
free
great
smoke,
philosopher,
fuck
Lil
boy.
Wayne, I'm
Drug
finna
Stay
rehab
out
play
is
this
my
the
real
way,
topic
quick.
Mix.
tonight.
You stay out
All
my
right,
way,
man.
bitch ass boy, Mix.
Drug
I see y'all
rehab.
soon.
We could
I'm here
talk
tomorrow.
boxing or free smoke, and I'll cook your
Drug
pork chop.
rehab. Let's